Yo, what's going on? It's your boy Kirkland KaY running for Llewellyn, and this is another episode of A Piece of Wellness. You know what I mean? And as usual, I'm here with you know who.
What's up, y'all? What's going on? It's Christopher Marc here. How you guys feeling? What we're talking about today?
That's a good question, good sir. I have the question sheet right in front of me.
Okay, all right.
So, today's topic, ladies and gentlemen, is why being kind is important.
Wow, this is powerful, ladies and gentlemen. This is powerful.
Yeah, it's powerful on elementary level.
It is, because some people might think that, I'm nice, I'm kind, right? So let me ask you first, what do you feel like when someone, why is it important to be kind? Like, why do you feel like when people are kind to you that how does it affect you?
Well, me personally, it affects me in a tremendous way just because I feel like those people aren't kind to me.
Right.
I get treated as if like, I don't know. I just have the weirdest and craziest things happen to me. I'm not oblivious to who I am, so it's like I understand that I might come off a certain kind of way, but I always try to clarify. But either way, though, when kindness is given to me, it really touches me because it's just not really given to me that often, I feel like. But you want to know what my thoughts are on what kindness is?
Yeah, like what is your being so you've kind of went through those experiences, right? Like what is kindness for you?
It's really just treating people how you would want to be treated. It's like if you were in a situation or where you're meeting someone for the first time, or you hang around your friends, like whatever the case may be, where it's like you're around a person often, everyone has like trigger points. You know what your trigger points are, or what might bother you, or what might make you feel uncomfortable. It's like, so just try to extend that same courtesy to someone else. You know what I mean?
So what is your trigger point? Like if you had to so that people, for the people out there who might experience what you experience, like, you know what I mean? Like what are some of your triggers?
Well, for me, it's like, when I look at it, like, it's treat people how you want to be treated. It's like if you're cracking a joke or whatever on me, right? And then it's like I crack a joke back, and you feel like that was like, insensitive. You gotta look at it like, well, we're joking with each other, right? It's like, how would you feel if it was one-sided where I just joked with you and didn't say anything, like you didn't, like I joked with you, right? And then the moment you said something back, it was just like, oh no, that's not fair. You shouldn't be saying that, this, and third. Well, like I say, I feel like just gauging things, because like you could tell what a subtle joke is versus like a hard joke. Mm-hmm. You could tell when like your joke might offend someone. It's like you should probably apologize. Like you can see it like the facial expression. A person might, or they might just come out and just tell you like, hey, I didn't like how that how it sounded. I didn't like how it made me feel. Mm-hmm. And it's like, I think just extending courtesies to people is important. Like I used to be around a lot of people that would joke with me, and it's like if I would tell them like, yo, like chill, like, you know what I mean? They'd be like, oh, I'm just joking with you. It's like, don't impose how you feel on someone else. Like, yes, you might just be joking, but it's like, take onus. It's like, if I told you I don't like that joke and how it made me feel, don't tell me just to like toughen up. It's like, I might not rock with you like that. Dude, I just met you. It's like,
I just met you. You know what I mean? You sitting up here telling me I look like dirty feet. Like, come on, like, you know what I mean?
Like, I just met you. It's like, I don't care if you think that I'm that person that's like, oh yeah, he looked like he just crack jokes all day. It's like he can go back. It's like, I don't know you yet. It's like, build that comfortability first. Build that that relationship to know what are some people's pet peeves. And like for me, one pet peeve for me is people insulting my intelligence. It's like, I think people like to, I'll just put it like this. In most situations, I think people don't realize how smart I am. And I think they kind of assume more so the stereotypical when it comes to me. You know what I mean? Like, I guess, you know, to people, and this, I'm just going based off of my history. You know, I think people think that, like, you know, I get by off my good looks and talents, you know, but not realizing there's a high level of intelligence that goes into being talented. And you could just tell with the way I speak. It's like, you know what I mean? It's like, no. It's like, you can tell with the way I speak. It's like, even if I use some hood lingo, there's still a level of intelligence behind it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm going to use words that you might not even have heard of before, and you might have to go to the dictionary for, you know? So it's like paying attention to, like, the intricacies of, like, a conversation, a person's body language, the things that they might say versus what, and even the things that they don't say. Like I said, says a lot. Like, I've seen it where people might not tell you that you said something that bothered them, but they know in their minds, like, okay, I'm never coming around this person again just because they just met me and they treated me like this without even taking any type of consideration that I might not like that. I'm not going to be around this person again. Right. So it's like just taking note of those types of things is important when it comes to being kind to someone, especially if you really appreciate their, you know, their them being around.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. I think that, to be honest with you, I think that a lot of times people, you know, take being kind for granted, and I think they don't. It's, you know, a lot of times you might look at a person and say, oh, well, this person's being sensitive. Like, they're being oversensitive. They're being over, like, you know, like, why are you reacting this way? You're over the top. You're this, you're that, right? Mm. And it's kind of like what you said, you know, take onus of, you know, how you're treating someone. I think it's more about, you know, not even just like, sometimes we like, you know, treat people how you want to be treated, but actually think about, everyone struggles with things differently, right? And a lot of times people don't want to talk about those things. You know, you might have people where it's like their life might look great on the surface, but then it's like, you know, you may have it where their family might not believe in them, right? They might have it where, you know, they would have been through some trauma in their life. So what they do is they project, okay, none of this is going on with me. I'm fine. I'm perfect. And so what happens is that you, because you're lying to yourself, because that's really what it is, like you're lying to yourself on a daily basis, right. You know, when it's time for you to actually empathize with other people, you can't do it. Because you're like, you're spending the majority of your time being in denial of what you go through. You know, and so I think a lot of times, like, people just don't understand that, you know, when you're being kind towards someone, it's important that you take that time and, you know, ask yourself, maybe they don't have the illest of intentions. Maybe if you feel some type of way about this person, maybe it's something that you need to look at within yourself. Maybe it's something that you're struggling with yourself, because if you don't take that time to look at yourself and look at, you know, why am I reacting this way? You understand what I'm saying? Like, all this person has done is help me and be here for me and things like that. Why am I acting like I don't know them, or I'm treating them like any type of way? You see what I'm saying? Right. So I think that a lot of times people just don't really take their time and look at things and look at, you know, how they feel, what they're going through and things like that. And then also what the other person's going through. I think if you really take more time to really evaluate yourself as a person, you will have really everything that you want, you know, in that. Like, you will literally like be like, you know what, I'm not perfect. You know what I mean?
That just actually made me think of something too, because they tell you not to judge a book by its cover, right? But in terms of being kind, what you should do is, I think this would be an interesting exercise. Stand in the mirror and just think about your interactions with other people and how they might have viewed you the first time they met you and this, that, and the third, and then think to yourself, what is the cover on this book that is me? Because then what it'll do is it'll allow for you to actually take a look at yourself, reflect on, you know, and really think about, like, you know, what it is that I put out for people to feel that way. And then it'll give you a better idea as to why people might feel how they feel. And then you might think twice before you might think twice before saying certain things or doing certain things to other people, because you'll know.
Yeah. And I'm honestly, you know, your triggers are important. I know for me, I'll just be very candid. I hate disrespect. I hate disloyalty. I hate people who don't. And I know it sounds like a strong word when people be like, you know, man, you said you hate it. I hate it because at the end of the day, it's a simple thing. It's a very, very simple thing. But because, you know, for me, it's like, I don't like unfairness. I don't like when people have just been treated unfair, or where there's just no empathy and compassion. These are things that, again, they're very simple things, but for you to have it, you have to constantly evaluate yourself. And you have to, you know, understand that a lot of times people think in their minds like, well, this is who I am and you just got to accept it. It's like, no, I don't. You have to understand that the truth is that you're not allowing yourself to grow. If you're not allowing yourself to grow, to be honest with you, you're out of date with your own self. Think of sour milk, right? Like if you allow it to just, you know, if it goes past the date, it's just bad. And that's how it is with if you're not growing as a person. If someone says something to you and it bothers you, and you know them, you know that they will never say anything that will try to hurt you, but what they're saying to you is bothering you, you need to take that time and look at yourself and say, man, I need to work on this. Because like I said, if you can't look yourself in the mirror, if you can't deal with it, if you can't empathize with your own triggers, you know, like for me, I know my triggers. So I don't deal with people who don't have, you know, respect, loyalty, compassion, empathy. I just won't deal with you, you know, because I know at the end of the day, for me, a big thing is like, if you don't care about the people I care about, then you don't care about me. Whatever the extension of me is, you need to care about that. You know, and the same vice versa. It's like, I feel like, you know, okay, this is my family. It's like, then, okay, cool. Well, I need you to care about my family. I don't like your mom. It's like, come on, really? it's like, you know what I mean? I want you to be over my dad's house and all this other stuff, but I don't like your mom, no. It's like, you can't do that, you know what I mean? But that's how it goes. But listen, ladies and gentlemen, I really appreciate you guys joining us for another episode of Peace of Wellness. I hope you guys, you know, enjoyed this, you know, the segment on, you know, how to be kind and the importance of it. And we have so much more to come for you guys. If you know, in the comments below, I want you to drop a comment. Let us know, like, what is it, you know, what is being kind to you? And you know, have you ever dealt with anything that actually you just had a bad experience with? You know, whether it was from, you know, someone close to you or anything like that, and how did you deal with that situation? All right, but we appreciate you guys, and we'll see you on the next episode. Peace.
Peace.